There is never any escape. Things like this live with you always. How could he know if Henry would show up down the road or even at his house? Is he that mad? Would he do that?
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander?
Yes.
Soon, I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
Random spike tool corner. Hello.
Help me. Pull the switch. Next to me. Please.
All right.
Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say? You worry too much. Alexander is toothless without a horn. Yes. That's not very promising at all. The sanctum is basically impenetrable, but against my wall. It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my wall, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken wall and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak matter, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms.
Daddy, I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you? I know it sounds ridiculous. Look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Weyer, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion, a tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
Take me with you. Fit in the jump. Is this the Vito?
I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important to you. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds of them. Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient. By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Weyer. You never heard of Johann Weyer? My God, boy. He's probably the greatest man in history. And you don't know him? Or is it the world who has forgotten him?
I
know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Time for the Chancel. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil.
Who are you to question me?
Oh, this just fits under a castle now. Quite a big ceiling.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Oh. Oh. Stupid bastard. A guitar.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Oh, well then. The shattered orb. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first, found by Agrippa, I've depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything, but I have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can find a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Is that from Ethiopia? Or Algeria? Ooh. Look at the wares. Electric. Pedestal has a smooth hemispherical depression at the top. Oh, is this a final area? Okay. I don't know what else I was expecting. Right, time to go all the way back to the hub area. See the other two doors.
Is this guilt I'm witnessing then? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you!
The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
It's a bit messed up, that. You hungry? No, you don't have a jaw, actually.
Weyer is my pupil. My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that. Is it so wrong?
Sure you're not hungry? You look a bit hungry.
I found a Mithraeum once. One which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeum? I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns. The Dark Walls being the universe, and inside are its followers. Humans watching the sky slowly turn. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection to creation. The orbs.
Tar.
Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves, or break, when used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brennenburg. Weyer was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But, unlike every other finder since the fall of the Mithraeum faith, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
August 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
Two levers at the top floor are not working. It's probably some problem with machinery.
That is good to see.
Ow.
What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
Will I now? I better hope so. Those two levers probably open now. Alright, the thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the morning sun. Will this ever end, he thought.
Just like Regent's Park.
I don't think it is like Regent's Park. See, if I could have filled my jar up with acid. Something died inside him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle.
Was there something else? Me, powerful? Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive. My pupil, Johann Weyer, said he'd found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come alone. Silly. And now, all I can do is regret it. I've always hoped Weyer would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Weyer will reveal himself.
I'm gonna die on this.
You're a good boy, Kaernk, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of. Ah, you again. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Look, friend. Oh, I need those boxes back.
You're a good boy, Daniel, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Oh. Right.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Yeah, okay. That room on my side. And it literally means a little hidden loft instead of the actual room. Do you work now? Yeah.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
How are things coming? You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Fishy. I don't think I'll go down there. The Transept. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft, being an artisan relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride. Oh, this is an open room. Alright.
more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Door number 1.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
No, please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
I don't think I can put your hand on that. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. You might want to wash your hands, Daniel. Oh, there's a guy there. Door number 2. Yeah. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her soldiers gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Piece of the orb. You alright, mate? Door number 3. That'll do it. Rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. A piece of the herb. Well, yeah, where's your sanity drop in? You're the one who did it. Nah. I would not have been impressed if I went all the way back somewhere and didn't have that. A weird place to have a sound pipe. This whole place is weird design. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I'd figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will also prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible, with victims to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitate and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that will all be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Right. What's this? A bit of string. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? Or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I'm a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Napoleon, get the chair out of the way. Such filthy thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed.